What up, and welcome back to the Picogram podcast. We are back after a big night at the Apex, Asian buffet night at the Apex, one might say, because it's a very Asian heavy card, but wasn't bad for what it was or what we probably expected from it. But we'll get through it here. We'll probably just skim right through this card. There was a couple exciting moments, but for the most part, was a Apex card. So we'll jump right into the first fight and not stay there very long because it was a women's strawweight fight between Piera Rodriguez and Caitlin Souza. Pretty much what I remember is Rodriguez weighing on Souza the entire time, just using weight and grappling to etch a decision. That's what happened in that one. Moving on to flyweight men. Rafael Estevam and Felipe Bunez. I won't spend too much time on this, but what I will say is there was two weight misses last night, and Rafael Esteban was one of them. He was the worst one. He was over by 4 pounds, so he's pretty much fighting in bantamweight. And used that to lay on Bunez pretty much the whole time. And I won't say like it was an extreme size advantage because Bunez is actually taller than him and looked bigger than him. But I guess just the heaviness of him and the not having to fight his body as bad at cutting weight just used it to kind of muscle him, bully him. But that's kind of all that led up to. That's what's the numbers there. Good God, yeah, 204 to 75 strikes. So that was mostly on the ground, too, was one of them.
9 takedowns.
9 takedowns.
Attempts. 5
Attempts,
takedowns.
yeah. So he took him down 5 times for sure. So like I said, a lot of that was on the ground. Just not a great look for Estevam, missing weight and then going in and a fucking boring win. But that's what happened. Next fight. I like this kid. Austin Bashi and John. Who did he fight? John Giannis. Not familiar with John Giannis. Sorry, John. But wasn't familiar with Bashi either, honestly. But this kid's got potential. Good old Michigan kid. Damn near a broccoli head. Looks like a little Ben Askren or something, but he looks like Mouse Teller or some shit. But yeah, dude. Guy was good. Used a lot of like American style Greco wrestling. Just powered the fucking guy. How'd he win? Did he knock him out?
Submission.
First
round submission, 3 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah, dude was powerful. Big kid. Bright future. 14-1. I think he's like, 25 years old? How old is he? Young kid. Austin Bashi is...
We'll get it.
20-something, I'm sure.
23.
He's 23 years old, so... Very bright future. Very strong. Jumped on dude's back. Guy wore him like a backpack. Got choked out. Rear naked choke. Fighting out of Michigan. Impressive win. Moving on, we have Nick Klein and Puglia. And Andre, what's his name? Sorry, my screen's small. Andre? Yeah, it's just spelled weird. Andre Puglia, that's what his name was. And Nick Klein. I like Nick Klein, dude. Nick Klein's funny. I don't know if you've seen this guy, but his fight name's Blue Collar. He looks like CM Punk with a mullet or some shit. But he literally looks like they go to his, just pull up pictures. It looks like they pulled him off a fucking construction site and was like, hey, dude, you got to fight on Monday. And he's like, hey, dude, I got to work on Monday. But I'll make them both happen. It looks like I think he still pours concrete for a living, but his fight name's Blue Collar. Hyping him up, but he did lose this fight. So he came in very strong, kind of like you would imagine like an American wrestler would do, kind of like Bashi from the last fight. But started off strong, put a lot of muscle into Puliev. Puliev was not as, he's a little taller, a little lankier, but honestly probably not as good as grappling as Nick Klein. Nick Klein's not, he's got 9 fights, he's 6-3, so I mean he's pretty much, right where a clasp of you might be a fucking in the negative eventually if you don't watch it. So, yeah, he just got tired. Puliev kind of kept the takedowns off in the second round. When did he knock him out in the second round?
Yep.
Yeah, so just kind of learned from the first round not to let him get a hold of him, kind of kept him off. Nick Klein got tired, and then from being tired, Puliev delivered a perfect body kick. I mean, just right to the fucking stomach, and that was pretty much all that one wrote. Next up, Adolfo Vieira and Tresean Gore. Okay, Tresean Gore was the other guy to miss weight by 3 pounds. You know, I don't want to hate on Tresean Gore, but he's kind of like, hell, I don't know, dude. Like a Kimbo Slice or some shit. He came in so strong and scary on The Ultimate Fighter. And, I don't know, man. He had potential, but he's just, I don't know. He just doesn't put on fight night. Adolfo Vieira looked very good, though. I don't want to take anything away from Vieira. I mentioned Vieira last week when we were talking about Marcus Buchecha because they are both like world-renowned jiu-jitsu artists, like ADCC champions. Just straight up black belt as it gets. Made a transition to MMA. Both have mixed results in MMA as you would expect, but Buchecha could probably learn something from Vieira. Because Rodolfo's, yeah, he's starting to pull it together, man. He's got his hands working. He was tagging Tresean Gore in the face. He was pushed him up against his takedowns were looking good for a jiu-jitsu guy. So I mean, he looked fucking good, man. I don't know what to say about that, but Tresean missed weight, still lost. Probably last time we see Tresean Gore, if I'm, being completely honest.
What's his
6-4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. Really quiet guy. Real like really talks. He's fucking kind of soft spoken. So he came on The Ultimate Fighter. He made it to the end, I'm pretty sure, and then fucked his knee up or something and didn't get to fight in the finale against Brian Battle.
His first fight was Brian Battle.
Okay, so he came back and fought him, yeah. Brian won. Brian's fucking good.
And then he lost to Cody Dundridge.
Cody Brundage, and then won against Josh Fremd. Kept his job right there. And he was supposed to fight Bo Nickel.
Against Bo Nickel.
Didn't happen.
Not a lot of fights to be in the UFC for 4 years.
I don't need to be wearing fucking headphones. There's nothing coming through those headphones. Hilarious. No. All right. Rinya Nakamura and Nathan Fletcher. British Nathan, so Nathan, if you will. Good fight. Dude, yeah, Nakamura just pretty much went in there and a minute in threw a perfect body kick with the toes pointed forward that just dug right into his fucking kidney. I mean, right, or it's probably a liver. He has his liver. And, yeah, I mean, just picture perfect toe kick right to the stomach. Dropped Fletcher, dropped Nathan, and it's pretty much all it wrote. Quick fight. Looked good.
It's a pretty entertaining fight. First round, KO.
Spoke decent English. Bisping went up to him and was like, give me a translator in here. And then they got mumbled something, and Bisping was like, oh, you speak English? And he's like, yes, I will try. And then did all right. You could understand him, but Bisping was like, oh, thank God. You could tell he was like, thank God. I was kind of like, thank God. Yeah, that was the last fight on the prelims. This is the main card here. We'll fucking skim through it too.
Yeah, there's not a lot of meat on these bones.
Yeah, the first fight, Vallejos Silva. Kevin Vallejos is good as hell. Keeps his head down and just fucking marches forward. Look at that, dude. Threw 230 strikes in a 3-round fight. Shot for 5 takedowns. Danny Silva shot for 9. That was a good fight. At the end, dude, Danny Silva just couldn't be dropped. Like, Vallejos was just laying it to him and just, he couldn't fucking Couldn't get him down. Yeah, that was an alright fight. Blahos looks good. We'll see him. Took a lot of damage, so he's got to work on fucking. He kind of reminds you of like a Justin Gaethje. He kind of just keeps his head down and moves forward. Next fight, yeah, boy, we got Neil Magny and fucking some.
What? Yeah.
Lizu Zelensky dos Santos. I was not familiar with this fucking guy. And familiar with Neil Magny. The other guy was a, pretty tenured vet too. Almost just as many fights as Magny, so it wasn't like they were just feeding Magny a body. But dude, Magny went out
Felt
there.
like that.
It kind of went that way, honestly. Magny fucking did work, man. Put him out in the second round, mounted him, on his back, and just I think Magny jumped up and like clinch kneed him to the face, and then got him down, and then just ended up on his back, and then flattened him out, and then just started fucking nailing him in the back of the head, side of the head. I wasn't gonna say back of the head, but side of the head, and got the TKO finish. So, I mean, it's the fucking year of the old dudes this year with all the fucking dudes turning back time. These 40-year-olds still winning. Like, that's something unheard of. But
Dude's been in the UFC since 2015.
That's insane that I'm not familiar. How often does he fight? Let's see.
15.
Once a year, pretty much.
16,
Pretty much
16, 17, so twice a year. Every year for
Maybe
twice.
in the, like the, I ain't going to say I'm a fucking nerd or a genius about it, but for me to be the diehard that I am, I do not fucking recognize this guy.
He has a decision win over Saint Denis.
So he's a lightweight that's went up to welterweight. Just say, or maybe Denis fought at welterweight. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't tell you what weight class.
Well, before there, he was fighting. He lost to the Li Jingliang. So
fought Max Griffin. Won against Max Griffin.
Got a win against Max Griffin.
Got a knockout win against Strickland.
Damn, bro.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I feel bad now. I feel stupid. There's probably people yelling at their fucking radio. What the fuck? You ever heard of fucking Lazio Zaleski's Dos Santos?
No.
I apologize. I have not. Now we know. He lost, so I don't know if he's
It's
not really a good one to come in on.
fight name Capoeira?
Yeah, that's not good. Somebody else has that fight name too. It's like a fucking Japanese guy making their fight name karate.
Hell yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, dude. Neil Magny still fucking doing it. Neil's the man. Never know what you're gonna get out of Neil. If you put him in there with a name, he's likely to look like like he's never fought before. But depending on if he shows up, is really depending on what kind of fight you get. Next up, Carol Rosa and Cronola. I'll say this: women's bantamweight fight to a decision. I'm pretty sure Rosa just laid on Cronola the whole time. I say that about every fucking decision, but I mean, I'm being
She threw
honest.
224 punches compared to 98.
It's probably on the ground because she got 2 or 3 takedowns, 2 submission attempts. I wish it told you control time and shit. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
And check out the decision.
To give you stats like that?
No, I have to go to a different website. Anyway.
Not that it matters. We're digging way too far into this boring ass fight.
What the fuck? See me struggle with the internet? Here we go. Which one was it? Corolla?
Carol Rosa.
30-26. 29-27. 29-27. Michael Bell here making the always the best decisions.
Mike Bell and Chris Lee. You see them reffing your fight. Fucking, you better fucking run. You better fucking win.
100% fan scoring. It's Rosa.
Yeah, dude. It was, like I said, it was all control time. Control time. Next fight. Ooh, this one was a good one. Brenner. Is that his last name? Brenner? Yeah, his last name. I sound like a fucking idiot. But yeah, Alves Brenner and Esteban Ribovics. I've been pretty high on Esteban Ribovics for a while. I remember watching him in Bellator, and he put a stop to the Aaron Pico, the first Aaron Pico hype train when he was coming through Bellator. He kind of fraud checked him on that and just, really knocked him the fuck out with a perfect kick up the middle to the face. Yeah, his striking is fucking good, and he put it on last night. I think this was there was a rare where they do 2 fight bonuses last night, and that don't usually happen, but this was the first one, and this was a great fight.
They ended up being back-to-back.
Yeah, it ended up being a back-to-back. Both these dudes, fucking Brenner threw 256 punches, Ribovics threw 284. And like I said, Ribovics is just clean and precise, and really knows what he's doing when it comes to the fucking striking department and backing you up and piecing you up. But Brenner's a tough motherfucker, so it just, never really put him out or down. I don't think, 0 knockdown, so. Yeah, man, just a great fight. Next, what's it?
There was 0 out of 9 takedowns on that fight.
Yeah, Brenner was trying. Like that, then I should go to show you right there how good a fucking striker that Ribovics is. That, he wanted him down that bad. He tried fucking 9 takedowns.
I do want to look at the scorecards before we move on.
On that fight?
Yeah, because it was 29-28. So 1 gave the second round to Brenner.
Interesting. Who was it? Derek Cleary.
Derek Cleary.
Look who's next to him.
And Sal D'Amato. Got it, though. Got it.
He did it, yeah. That was right. That just goes to show you, dude. You don't know what these fucking judges are looking at.
100% gave...
Ribovics.
Oh, actually, 70% gave Brenner. Second round.
Judging off what?
I don't know.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
I would have gave it all to Ribovics, but I'm a little biased.
Little biased?
Yeah, like I said, I've been keeping up with him. I was excited for him to get to the UFC. We'll probably see a rematch between him and Aaron Pico at some point in the UFC, and may go different. Who knows? I like Aaron Pico too. Okay, so next up we got Mateusz Rebecki and Chris Duncan. This fight was a fucking war, man. These dudes look like fucking...
You look at those stats.
Corpses, dude. They looked insane. 278 and 225 punches. Rebecki wore it way worse. His eye was swollen shut. His fucking head bleeding. Chris Duncan had a cut cheek. They both were just pouring blood. So, it was a definite war. Rebecki probably needs to let that hair go. But he's hanging on to it. But that's, we won't go there right now. He looked good, but Chris Duncan just a little cleaner in his approach to this shit. They've trained together before. They might have brought that up.
They were still, both of them were still
training at the same place?
Yeah, and they just split the gym in half.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool when they could do that. I like that. Just one coach give one to the other and just kind of let them fight. And see, it can work, but and I agree with this too. It's like, you can't maybe not have the coach against the coach. Just have them there to like give them water and shit and tell them to breathe. But if your teammates fighting teammates, don't be like, because he knows his opponent too well. It'd be like, Chris can't go to his left, so fucking circle in and fucking crack him.
But that was my whole thing. I think about it's like I like it as long as neither one of them get an advantage.
Yeah.
I don't want them to like. I'm pretty sure that was. I can't remember who it was, which probably ain't great for the podcast. But this happened, and then they just sidelined one guy. I think it was Cowboy.
Dude, it's happened to so when Cowboy fought Mike Perry.
Yeah, that was it.
I think they fucking put Cowboy out, dude. I think they literally and
Yeah,
Cowboy
and that's
was
why
mad
he don't
'cause-
train. He has his own gym now.
Cause, but and I get that because Cowboy would come in and out when he wanted to, and he wasn't a part of the team anymore. That's what Perry was saying. He was like, I like Donald, but he's not here every day like I am, and he's not, training with the team and giving back to the team like he is. And Perry's there cleaning the mats, and he's there training with the, the amateurs and shit. And Cowboy's off riding fucking motorcycles and doing whatever he wants, and you got Perry there, putting in the work, and that's kind of where they lied on that one. And then another one was, dude, honestly, same place, Jackson's, when John Jones fought Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans was the old champ, he's the old lion in there, and Jones is the new blood that, I guess they maybe thought they could get more out of Jones with maybe as a money play or something. I don't know, but they picked Jones and kicked out fucking Rashad, and that's where the Black Zillions came from. Was Rashad having to leave Jackson's for John Jones's ass.
So I'm hearing it's a Jackson gym picks their fighters.
They do. They make it a business for sure. But yeah, that was a great fight. If you were to only watch 2 fights of last night, watch those 2 that got the fight of the night bonus.
Back
both
to back.
wars. And honestly, we'll lead right into the next fight here. The last fight was good too because it was only a minute long.
In the second round.
Minute long in the second round. Yeah, you're right. First round kind of flew by because it was all Tyra on the back of Hung Sung Park. I think his last name
Park
is first.
Hun Sung.
Yeah, but I think they say Hung Sung Park. I don't know. It don't matter. But Tatsuro Taira, he is Japanese, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Japanese. So his name's pronounced like that. Tyra's
Okinawa.
fucking good, dude. He was supposed to fight Amir Albazi to last night, and that was probably going to be like a title implication fight. Let's go to Tyra's. Yeah, Albazi pulled out. No, go to Tyra's record. I want to see, because this would be the next. Because there's not much going on in flyweight, ever really. This would be my next argument for a title fight. And who's he got? He lost to Brandon Royval, so that's where he kind of got fucked up. But he's got a win over Alex Perez, which is a good win. CJ Vergara, it's a good win. He's good. He's dangerous is his thing. He's got a lot of TKOs and submissions. He's a flyweight that finishes fights, which is always welcomed in our book. Mr. Pantoja, the champion, is that way too. So I mean, we're lucky to have him as a champion in flyweight, because flyweight could be a lot fucking more boring than it is. So wouldn't mind seeing these 2 guys go at it. Said the guy fighting did fill in, so it did kind of look like he just went in there and got his ass kicked, and it kind of did go that way. But Park ain't no punk either. What's Park's record? They're both 1 loss apiece.
I think that was his 1 loss.
So yeah,
10-0 going in.
He was fucking 10-0 going in. I believe that. Look here at Hun Sung Park's record.
Yep. 10-0 going in.
Yeah, and he's all stoppages too. Hang on, all stoppages.
1 decision.
Besides his debut fight, he's all finishes from there on out.
In double GFC.
So yeah, we were honestly lucky to get that fight. So that guy, if he would have had a training camp too, that would have been a fucking probably even more contested fight. But Tyra's good. He's got a little more experience. He's got almost twice the wins as dude has fights. So is what it is. But all around, honestly, that Robecki fight and the fucking Rebubix fight, deserved better than the Apex, honestly. Deserved crowd, because that was an insane fucking fight.
Had the crowd going crazy.
Yep,
Both
crowd
those.
that what there was, which is, I mean, you get more people at a fucking little league t-ball game, but whatever, if they want to fucking keep putting on these fucking Apex cards. What are we to say? We're gonna watch them. We watched it, so what are they gonna say? What are you gonna do? Not watch it?
I will put in barely. We barely watched it.
It did feel like a job watching last night's card, having to fucking just shove it into our brain.
The ones that we enjoyed, we really enjoyed. But the ones we did not, I tuned out so hard. That's why there ain't a lot of meat to this one.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't a lot of meat to the card, so... But, like I said, last 3 fights, if you were to watch any of this card, watch the last 3 fights. Were bangers, even though the people in them, you know, you may have probably not even heard of. But diehards will know him. Like I said, keep an eye out for Rebavix. He's going to get something cool coming up. And, yeah, Tyra might get that title shot. Let's see. We got a couple things to talk about before we wrap this bitch up. We're only halfway in, so hopefully we may spread some time here. First thing, I even brought him up again this time. Marcus Buchecha, the guy who fought him last week, Martin Budai, the kind of husky heavyweight guy. He got cut coming off a win last week.
Huh. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was weird. Didn't look bad, but I don't know. It did kind of look like a sloppy, fucking chubby heavyweight. Maybe they're trying to cut back on that. I don't know. Maybe he didn't seem like a fucking crazy guy or something, so I couldn't imagine he's hard to deal with outside the, behind the scenes. But who knows? You never know. But they did not re-sign him after. They didn't just fire him. They just didn't re-sign him after his contract last week. So sucks if you're a Martin Budai fan. But he could be back, so whatever. Heavyweight division needs something, and he wasn't bad, dude. He was like 7-1 in the UFC, so I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe it was a contract thing.
You told me this one. Khabib leaks Islam versus JDM. We kind of knew that's where Islam was going because he gave up his
We knew that
fucking
fight
belt.
was happening.
Yeah.
He just leaked the event.
It's UFC 322 in Madison Square Garden in November 8th to be exact. So we'll see that fight for the end of the year. That'll be cool. We'll see how Islam does against our boy Jack. I'm a Jack fan. Jack's a fucking brawler.
Got rid of Bahal.
Got rid of Bahar. Yeah. You never know, dude. Fucking Bilal might inch his way fucking back. I don't know if they'll ever give him a shot again. But I don't know. He'd come back. You never know. Let's see. Did you see where UFC canceled Dan Hooker's tickets when he went to the Kai Kara France title fight?
Yeah.
Man, shitty.
Because he got sick before, and he didn't want to do the media day for his teammate. He wasn't even going for the fight, but they wanted him to do some media while he was there, and he got sick. And so he didn't do the media, so they canceled his tickets. Petty shit.
Company man too. You hate to,
It's
see it
Dan
happen
Hooker.
to
That's what's so crazy about it.
Give
It's
your
like,
life for this shit.
if it was some random no name, maybe. But Dan Hooker, one of the lightweight prospects. It's just crazy.
It sucks. Like I said, wouldn't want it to happen to Dan. He's such a fucking company man, but that's the way UFC is sometimes, bro. They're vindictive. That's why, Shab got so viral telling Moicano to take that fucking money from that lawsuit because, the UFC ain't going to remember it and they're not going to care. It's not going to do you any favors. It's not going to get you any further with them.
They're just going to cancel your flight next week.
Dude, they don't care. Dana bets $200,000 in a fucking hand of blackjack. So, I mean, just take that money and fucking fuck them, work. We all love the UFC, but we all know what the UFC is. Like, it's the fucking...
It's a company.
It's a company, bro. And they're assets and, like, they're athletes to an extent, but they're kind of, just... All of them can be replaced at this point. They don't let them get big enough anymore to where they can't be, unreplaceable.
They do not care about you.
No, not personally. They do
I mean,
financially.
so the UFC itself, but Dana, he kind of cares. You been hearing all the shit about him that's been coming out?
No.
Who's the bigger? I think it's light heavyweight Chris Barnett. Is that his name? Fat black guy, does front
Oh
flips.
yeah. He's a heavyweight though. Not
Heavyweight.
Like,
Okay,
he's
yeah,
definitely a heavyweight.
yeah. Okay, I forgot that. Didn't he like miss weight by like 20 pounds in heavyweight or something?
Something like that.
But yeah, him. Did you know that like when he first started fighting, his wife got real sick, and
I didn't know.
yeah, and so like he had to take care of his kids, and his wife was real sick, so like he had to like, he was literally fighting to pay for hospital bills.
Damn.
And his second fight doing that, Dana White heard and then paid for all of the medical bills for his wife, and then she passed away.
Damn.
So he was literally fighting to keep,
That's
like,
awesome.
he accepted 2 fights almost back to back, and not because like he wanted to, because he had to.
Yeah, I need the money.
And then when Dana heard that, he paid for all of her medical bills and was helping him through it, and then she passed away. So, which is sad, but Dana came and helped. And then none of this stuff came out until recently. And it came out because of Ben Askren stuff. Because people were like, Dana didn't help Ben Askren. Ben Askren's dying and all this. And it was like, Dana did help. He's just not gonna.
He don't come out and say it.
No, he
he's not
didn't.
gonna
He
come out
didn't
and
make
brag
it like
and say it.
He didn't make it a headline. He didn't say Dana White donated $1 million to help Ben Askren, or he paid for Chris Barnett's medical bills. And it was Dana, not the company. It was Dana himself.
Right.
So even though we're saying that UFC don't give a fuck about their fighters, UFC might not, but you could tell Dana does. And I gotta give him some props because I've been hating on Dana a lot the past couple. I hate the boxing shit. Hate it. Hate power slap. Hate it. I'm a UFC man, and it doesn't seem like he has the UFC's back recently, but he does have some of the fighters, and I gotta give him props.
Yeah, he's a rich guy that's generous.
When you hear shit like
generous.
that, like.
It's just he's like a businessman, dude. I don't know if he's like super tied to the the sport of mixed martial arts. Maybe he was at one point.
I think he definitely was at one point. Well, definitely
he
early
likes
days,
making businesses and growing.
Yeah.
Like
with Skinny Dana.
Skinny Dana with a little bit of hair.
Yeah, when he was standing at the podium, screaming, turning red,
Yeah, he
promoting fights.
Mm-hmm.
That was good Dana. And then Fat Dana wasn't bad.
Fat Dana wasn't bad. Fat Dana was Kingpin Dana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was during the Conor hype. He got fat off Conor's success.
He's trying to make a lot of money. He could start eating.
Yeah, he's eating whole chickens to himself and shit.
Motherfucker eating rotisserie.
Dude, straight off the fucking machine. Let's see. Max injured his hand. He's out till 2026. I guess to be expected. He'd probably be a smart move to hold off until then anyway.
Yeah.
And then we got Kevin Holland trying to get on the Pierre and Ankalaev card to break the record for most fights in a year, which he totally could do. Has he ever fought Neil Magny? Give his ass Neil Magny. That'd be a fun fight.
Yeah.
They ever fought? Look that up real quick. They may have fought. They may just be speaking out our ass.
I guess I could just go straight down here to Neil Magny.
Go to Neil Magny. Let's see if he's fought Kevin Holland, because that'd be a fun fight.
Wouldn't be a bad one.
Kevin Holland got knocked out by Neil Magny. You know how fucking hilarious that would be. I feel like they've had to have fought.
Yeah,
right?
as I say, watch it already have happened.
And I would imagine Kevin Holland won.
No.
There's your next fight, UFC.
Yeah.
You can have that one for free. Kevin Holland versus Neil Magny. Let's do it.
Not a bad one.
'Cause he didn't get hurt during that fight. He went in there and beat dude's ass. He's also tied in second place for the most wins.
Who?
Sure.
Kevin Holland?
Magny.
Oh.
Yeah, Magny. I wrote it down. Magny tied 23 wins. He's second most, tied with Andrei Arlovsky, Donald Cerrone, Charles Oliveira, and Max Holloway. They're all chasing Jim Miller with 27 wins, though.
So he's in contention.
He's in contention. Yeah. Neil Magny. Let's see. I got 2 fight announcements that are pretty cool. We'll use to fill time here. We're gonna wrap this up soon, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short one.
Short one this week.
But
Not a lot of meat on the bones.
not a lot of meat on-
Not a lot of news happening. So we'll cash out early. But we got Carlos Ulberg versus Dominic Reyes coming up. I'm pretty fucking excited about that fight.
That's a good one.
2 big elite strikers, almost same body type and shape. Like it's gonna look like fucking. Like you picked the same character in Mortal Kombat and they just kind of shaded him different or something.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be
It's a different skin.
Yeah, like can't wait, dude. Honestly, see what the fuck happens there.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We'll
Reyes on his way back.
Yeah,
You know?
he's coming off some wins. Ulberg's just skyrocketing.
His last one was pretty good, wasn't it?
Ulberg?
No, Reyes.
Yeah, he I think beat Jan. No. The fuck did he just beat? Let's see. Dominic Reyes' most recent win was Nikita Krylov. Knocked him out. Then he knocked out Anthony Smith before that. And then he knocked out he knocked out Dustin Jacoby.
Yeah. Those last 3, all 3 of those.
Bang, bang, bang. Dom's a fucking man.
And his losses, the losing
Yuri.
streak he went on is not bad.
No, the only one that...
I mean, it is bad. All
No.
knockouts, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, he didn't want to get knocked out at all.
But
The only bullshit one was Ryan Spann. Other ones are Yuri, Jan, and John.
Yuri, Jan, and John.
Yuri, Jan, and John.
Don't fight people with J's.
J names you can't
Yeah.
get past.
Don't fight. He won against Cannonier.
Beat Jared.
Old Jared.
Cannonier's a fucking middleweight, though.
That's weird that they fought. OSP.
He used OSP to train for John. I thought he won that. I thought he won the first 3 rounds. We go back and forth on that all the time on the internet if you wanted, but
It's one of those ones. People say it's one of the
biggest
biggest
robberies,
robberies,
of
yeah.
all time, definitely.
I mean, Dominic Reyes did say recently, like, that John Jones ran from him because he begged for a rematch, said he deserved a rematch. UFC almost booked a rematch, but John Jones turned it down.
Definitely not gonna do that. No.
And then went to heavyweight.
Yeah.
Right after that, fight Nagano. So
Which Reyes got knocked out.
not by Jones decision.
But right after that, he got knocked
Yeah.
out by Blachowicz. That just set him on a streak that John was like, never happening. But you gotta love Dominic Reyes, dude. Nice guy, funny guy. Beats ass. Last one I got, Saint Denis versus Mauricio Rufy's coming up.
Ooh,
So that'll be a good, probably
like them both.
fun war.
Sorry, Saint Denis.
Sorry, Saint Denis. Saint Denis been on a little bit of a rough patch, I think. I think he just won one.
Yeah, like ever since Dustin, he's been.
Yeah, Dustin kind of fraud checked him. But yeah, whatever. Look up Saint Denis' record before we get out here. Benoit Saint Denis' last fight was
Makana. So he lost to Poirier and then Makana back to back. But then he won.
yeah, he's got a win over Popovic or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, Popolik.
Yeah, lost by TKO to Moicano.
Doctor
Dustin
stoppage
Poirier.
though.
Yeah. I think he was getting his ass beat in that fight anyway.
But I never heard of him until Poirier. So
Oh, I knew about him when he fought
I know.
Poirier. I was honestly felt like
I
a
know
little
you
worried
did.
for Poirier.
I was too actually, because what I've heard about him and seen.
Like, he was on a fucking run, dude. He had fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishes in a row. 3 knockouts, 2 subs.
I mean, look at these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in a row right
Dangerous guy.
there. Other than a no contest in him.
Next step up for Rufy, which is good. We need to see if he's looking like one of the better fight nerds at this point.
Definitely my
But
favorite.
they're all fucking good. I
He's
mean,
my
none of
favorite.
them lost yet, so we don't know. Can't really compare them. Caio Bahaio is probably going to be the first one fighting for a title, if I had to guess. Prates lost.
Prates.
Yeah, he's the first fighter to lose in the UFC. Lost to Ian Gary.
Yay. Everybody love Ian Gary.
Yeah, we'll end on Ian Gary.
Let's leave it there. Yeah, I don't want to get on a tangent about Ian Gary. Let's just go.
Kind of got bummed out thinking about him. We'll end it there. This short episode this week. Thanks for listening. We all love you. Oh, shit. Sorry if that blew out your fucking ears. I might cut before that, or I might cut it right here. Thank y'all for listening. This Picogram podcast. We out. Later.
It was non-intentionally used.